Darling? Hey, sorry I'm late. Yeah, I had to stay late after the pack meeting. I asked Shay to text you. Alright, good. I knew she would. I just. No, it's alright. Nothing too serious, or at least, hopefully not. Yeah, yeah, I'll explain. Just let me put my stuff up and sit down. It's been a long day. Alright. Come sit next to me, and I'll get into the mess of all of it. You know how Cedar is, right? They're not a bad person. Far from it. But they can be bullheaded. I mean, they have good morals. Most of the time. Sometimes they're willing to go to the edge for what they think is right. Yeah. Rebellious to a point. That's one way to put it. Stubborn. Uh, they might have started something. No, not with anyone else in the pack. I wouldn't stand for that shit for a second. No interpack violence. Riley was actually on their side with this when it came down to it. I can't blame her either. With all the complications of pack relations, I would be too. Sorry, yeah. From the beginning. I've had a rule in the pack not to mess with other packs. No starting fights, no picking fights. We don't want trouble. But sometimes things happen. Fights start. Yeah. Uh, Cedar got into an argument with a wolf from another pack. The son of Silas Northrop, of all fucking people. Of course that was going to escalate. No, I've never had the displeasure of meeting the Northrops themselves. We've never been to the same events at the same time, by some small miracle, but they have a reputation. Well, it depends who you ask, if it's a good or bad reputation. It all depends on how traditional the person you're asking is. But for me, it's a bad rep. No question. They cling on to old values and have no acceptance of how the world has changed. They believe in this purist hierarchy. I've heard their alpha, Silas, has turned away wolves trying to join his pack because they had a non-magic parent. Called them mutts. There's no difference. Parentage doesn't fucking matter. We're all wolves. It doesn't matter if your parents were or not. But that wasn't the point. But just, you see how backwards the Northrops are. Yeah. And they still engage in forceful arranged marriages for the women in their pack. It's the nicest way I can say it is old fashioned, but there are so many other words on the tip of my tongue. Fuck, sorry. Off topic again. Well, apparently, earlier today, Cedar ran into the Northrop Pax Beta, Silas's son, because nepotism, of course. I honestly don't remember his name. I should. As an alpha in the same area, I really should. The less I know about them, the better I feel. Anyway, Cedar ran into him earlier today while he was openly berating a female pack member, I gather. Verbal and physical, from what they told me. He nearly punched her, from what I heard. All because she talked back. Didn't give in to his demands and taunts. Probably was taunting him right back, from the description I was given. But, of course, Cedar sees this asshole harassing someone, loudly belittling her with some of the nastiest shit. And they're not gonna just mind their own business and go about their day. No. Cedar said something, told him to knock it off. Yeah, no. He snapped at them to mind their own business. They, of course, snapped back. It became a whole scene, apparently. As if it weren't already a scene, with him openly berating someone in public. Oh, they didn't get a chance to land a blow. But I'm sure they were itching to. The woman who was being berated did it before they could. Apparently, she was a really beat up and scrappy looking wolf. She punched him square in the jaw, kneed him in the crotch, and then leaned down to whisper something with a look of sheer hatred. Cedar's words, not mine. And then glared at Cedar, said she could have handled it herself, before trudging off. Now that I think about it, I wonder if that was the wolf I saw a week or two ago. The one that was covered in bruises and scrapes. Yeah, I guess I'll never know. But I really do wonder now. Oh, yes. Well, the Northrop Beta felt insecure or something after that, and verbally went after Cedar, who, of course, stood their ground. It almost came to blows. Again, apparently. Until someone else intervened, but somehow he figured out the pack they're in. So, he could escalate it. He could say they assaulted a pack beta unprovoked, which would be a lie, but it would cause an investigation. Yeah, that could blow up in his face if there are witnesses that come forward. He may not risk it, but the Northrops are petty and hold grudges, from what I've heard. I may be dealing with him reporting anonymous complaints and other things like that. He knows how the government paperwork shit works, so he could manipulate it. I don't know if he will, but I'm worried that it could happen. I know. Don't worry about things that may not happen, but I can't help it. Okay. uh, I'll I'll talk to Shay and we'll make a plan if the Northrops try anything with us. If I plan it, then I won't worry. I'll have a plan of attack should it happen, and then I can be calmer. Hey, I've been around a while. I know how to deal with my own anxieties. Well, yeah. I had to reprimand Cedar at least a little bit for making a scene with another pack, but I couldn't be too harsh. They did the right thing, all things considered. I would have been more upset if they'd stood and done nothing. But as their alpha, I need them to understand how this could affect the pack. They took it well. Well, with a huff and crossed arms, but I think they understand. Now, enough about the pack for now. I'm sorry for talking your ear off about it. I know you don't mind. And I know I listened to your events about the healing clinic, too. But still, thank you, darling. Mm. Mm. Now, come with me to the kitchen. Make dinner with me. I'm not too tired to cook. I'll be happy for the distraction, honestly. And you can see how many kisses you can steal while we cook. How about that? mm, maybe you'll even get a reward for your efforts. Come on now, darling.